Good morning. Good morning, friends and loved ones. It is a beautiful Monday morning here in Nampa, Idaho. This is Facebook Live Challenge number 7 out of 100. I didn't do one yesterday. I had all kinds of great excuses why I didn't do one, but pretty much they were just excuses. So here we are picking it back up. Oh good, the sprinklers went off. I don't know if you guys can hear me very well. So here we are, Monday morning. I hope everybody is doing so good today. And if you're not doing so good, just remember today is a brand new day. And every day is an opportunity for a fresh start. That's how I look at my mornings. So I have a couple things on my mind today, on my heart. One of them is comparison. Yeah, comparison. So yesterday morning, our pastor talked about comparison, and I guess the working title of his message was Throat Punch Comparison, which I thought was pretty fun. And it's something I definitely need to learn how to do. I need to learn how to kick the comparison habit to the curb. For reals, you guys. So I have a couple thoughts about comparison. And I have a note because I didn't want to forget or lose my train of thought. So Teddy Roosevelt said that comparison is the thief of joy. And I've read that before at different times in my life. But our pastor read that quote in his message yesterday, and for some reason, that just clicked with me. Hey Lisa, if you're still watching, I see you jumped on. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. So comparison is the thief of joy. The older I get in life, and hopefully the wiser I get, the more important joy is to me. It's important for me to spread joy, and it's really important for me to find the joy in my day, even joy in the little things. So, hey Lisa. Hey Val, if you're still here, thanks for joining me. So, comparison is the thief of joy. As I'm going about my day trying to look for the joy moments, or even trying to bring joy into my moments, trying to bring a little bit of joy into other people's day, whether that's my kids or my husband or my friends or the cashier at Winco. I don't feel like it's too much for me to, it's not too much to do. It's not too much to ask to try to just give someone else just a little bit of joy. And the reason I do that is because, or maybe the reason I think that is because I always remember the quote, and I don't know who said it, but the quote that you never know the battle that the other person is fighting in their life. So the cashier at Winco, I walk up, I put my groceries on his or her conveyor belt, and they could be really smiley and happy and act happy to see me, or they could be really subdued and polite, but you can tell they're not on their game. It's up to me to share some little piece of joy. So going back to comparison, because I'm sure you're like, Tia, what does that have to do with comparison? That's great. It's great that you try to find the joy and bring the joy, but what the heck, dude? So Teddy Roosevelt said comparison is the thief of joy. The last thing I want in my world is for some thing, some concept, some belief, or some part of me to try to come in and steal my joy or steal the potential I have for joy in my day. So that's why I think it's going to be really important for me to kick this habit of comparison. Social media, I love social media. I like Facebook, and I am a huge, huge fan of Instagram, and I really dig Pinterest. Those are kind of my top 3 faves. I like them, but the one thing that social media is really, really good at that is not so great for us emotionally or mentally, social media is not good for us when it comes to comparison. And here's why. We look at all of these beautiful posts on social media, like Facebook. I'll just use Facebook because that's where I'm at right now. I look at all these incredible posts and people taking these awesome vacations and other friends having these really phenomenal, mind-blowing experiences or big adventures or new chapters or amazing family photos. And I'm like, I can either look at those in 2 ways. I can look at them from the lens of comparison and envy, like, why can't I have really beautiful family photos like that? Why can't my family have that vacation? Why can't I enjoy that experience? And that makes me feel really, really low. It makes me feel so bad about myself and what I'm doing and what my family's doing, and the comparison kicks in. My self-esteem takes a big dive, and self-doubt creeps in, and even though I'm happy for my friends on one level, maybe a friend is having just a huge amount of success in their career or their business, or their kids do something really phenomenal and wonderful, and I want to be happy for them. I want to celebrate them, but that comparison bug kicks in, and how come my boys aren't doing that? How come I'm not that successful? How come I can't be, look that good in a bathing suit? I don't know. I'm just filling in the blanks. And you know what your comparison issues are. And you feel it. I know we all have felt it. You look at Facebook, you look at Instagram, you look at these picture perfect snapshots from other people's lives. Even okay, I'm gonna go here. So yesterday I was scrolling Instagram and I see pictures of my brother. Hold on, my brother says, why won't my Facebook connect to your live stream? Why? I don't know, Justin. I'm sorry. I wish you could. I see Aunt Christy is on here. Hi, Aunt Christy. So back to comparison. So I'm scrolling Instagram and I see the beautiful and the phenomenal Joanna Gaines. I'm a huge Joanna Gaines fan. Now, granted, I haven't watched a whole lot of their fixer-upper TV shows because we don't have cable TV, and I know that they're done with their final season on HGTV. But I'm a huge fan of her and her husband in their lives, from what I can see and learn about them on social media and on just the businesses they're creating and the successes they are having. So I see her picture of herself in the hospital with her new baby. And here's the silly thing. You guys, those of you who know me well, know that I am 100% done having babies. I mean, it would truly have to be a miracle baby if God wanted Tyson and I to have another child, because we are very content with our 2 sons, and we feel very, very much like our family is here. All the members are here. We're fulfilled, and we're just focusing on nurturing our sons where they're at in their seasons of life. So I'm looking at this Instagram photo of Joanna Gaines in her hospital bed with her new baby boy, Crew. How cute is that? And I'm like, oh, she is so beautiful. She just had a baby. Why can't I look that beautiful? That's so weird. I'm not going to have a baby. I don't want to have a baby. But in that moment, I was in that comparison mindset, like, look at how pretty she is. Look at how good she looks right after having a baby. Look at how cute her kids are. Look at how cute her baby is. Look at how fun and supportive her husband is. And on, and then it just starts to roll. Starts to roll. The comparison bug starts to roll. And then I caught myself. Because I remember what my pastor said yesterday morning. Stop comparing yourself in your life, your everyday life, to other people's highlight reel. And that's what I was doing. I was comparing myself in my yoga pants and my t-shirt covered in paint, because I started painting my house. I'm sitting there comparing my everyday life, or whatever season I'm in, to someone else's highlight reel. And that's not fair to me, and it's not fair to them. And it just fuels that comparison thought train. And that's what I have to stop. I have to stop that comparison habit. And it is a habit. It's a thought habit. And that's where I'm really starting to go to and realize, hi Ashley. It's so good to see you. I so enjoyed seeing you on Saturday and holding your precious baby. Oh, she is so sweet, and I wanted to squeeze her. I just wanted to squeeze her and kiss her all over, and I'm pretty sure she would not have enjoyed that, but I would have. Anyway, back to comparison. Just a couple more thoughts, and then I'll be done yammering. Our pastor said, he shared a thought, and I've heard this in some other Facebook groups, and I have heard this from Natasha Hazlett, who led my little 21-day challenge. Oh, hold on, Aunt Christy. Oh, thank you, Aunt Christy. I appreciate that. I really, really treasure you, and I know I don't say it often enough, but I very, very much love you and Uncle Jim, and I'm so thankful for you guys, for both of you. So here's the thought I keep hearing. Heard it from my pastor yesterday, and I keep reading it and seeing it and hearing it online. Funny enough, I keep seeing it online in social media platforms where the comparison bug and the comparison habit is so easy to slip into and wrap yourself in. And here's the thought: stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane. God has called each one of us to a specific purpose, and He equipped and created us with specific gifts according to our calling, with tools and gifts and natural abilities to do the work, to do our work. And so it does not serve me, and it doesn't help me, and it doesn't help you when I try to merge over into your lane and see what you're doing and wonder if I should be doing what you're doing, and being envious of what you're doing and being jealous of what you have. Like, that doesn't help you. And it certainly doesn't help me, because those kinds of thoughts, the comparison thoughts and the jealousy and the envy, it doesn't help my mind, and it doesn't keep me positive and thinking about whatever's good and whatever is truthful and whatever is, high vibe. It doesn't help me, it doesn't help my mindset at all to continually, constantly compare myself to what you're doing in your lane. I think it's okay to be in my own lane and stay in my own lane and like wave like, hey y'all, hey girl, like you go girl, get it. It's totally okay to do that. It's totally okay to wave at you in your lane while I'm in my lane, but it's not okay to try to merge over and tailgate you all the way to the end of the world just because I'm stuck in the comparison thought loop. It's not helpful. And please know, when I say I am dealing with this, I am truly dealing with this. And I am trying to get a handle on it, and I'm trying to change my thought habit of comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. I don't want anything in my life to come in and try to steal my joy, try to steal my moments of joy, or try to steal my ability to share joy with someone else. I don't want that. I want to be in the driver's seat. I want to stay in my own lane. And I want to be happy for you. Whatever you have going on in your life, whatever you post on social media, whether it's a true snapshot of where you're at in your world, or whether it's something you want us to think or see, true or not, I want to be able to celebrate you. So here's my final thought about comparison, and it really sort of, how do I say this? Towards the end of our pastor's message yesterday, as he was kind of wrapping it up, this thought just stuck with me, and it has stuck with me ever since. And that is, the best way for me to kick the comparison habit is to ... instead of being jealous of you and your accomplishments, instead of being envious of your perfect life or your perfect picture or your perfect family photo on Facebook, instead of being jealous, I need to be inspired by you. I need to be inspired by your life. I need to allow myself to celebrate your win and walk in inspiration from it. So instead of comparing and saying, oh, why is so-and-so's family photo so perfect? Why is so-and-so's, vacation so, awesome and fabulous? And why can't I have that? And why can't I have this? It's time for me to check myself and say, oh my gosh, my friend so-and-so, I'm going to pick on Aunt Christy because she's here with me. My Aunt Christy's vacation photos are so amazing, and they look like they're having so much fun. I can't wait to do that too. I can't wait to work towards that for my family for next year, or for 3 years, or for however long it takes me to save up and do the thing, whatever the thing is. Like, instead of being so jealous of someone else's perfect family photo, look at the photo and say, wow, that is a good looking crew. I am excited for them. How fun. That looks like that was such a fun day of taking pictures. I can't wait to have that for my family. That is such a great background, or the colors that they're wearing, they're so pretty. That inspires me to go out and find some fun color coordinated shirts for my boys so we can take a family picture too. And when I reframe that perspective, deep breaths because I'm getting worked up and soapboxy. But when I reframe that perspective, instead of being jealous, when I reframe it and let it inspire me, I feel so much better in my mind, and I feel better in my heart towards that friend or that family member. And I feel so inspired. I don't feel icky. I don't feel, sad. I don't feel depressed. I don't feel down, or I don't feel angry or frustrated with my life. I feel inspired to do something new or to try something new. And that's where I want to get to. I want to go from jealous to inspired, regardless of whose vacation photos I'm looking at, regardless of whose perfect family photo I'm looking at, whether it's Joanna Gaines or my Aunt Christy. I want to move from being jealous to being inspired by that person. And I think that as I get better and better at doing that and practicing that in my mind, I think that comparison habit, I think that's when it's really going to start to be broken, and hopefully slowly but surely it'll diminish and go away and not be an issue. That's all I have. Comparison, man. It's the thief of joy. And we're not going to let comparison be an issue for us anymore. If you want to see comparisonitis from a biblical perspective, you can check out John chapter 20. John and Peter. John has some comparison issues. That was really interesting yesterday to listen to our pastor unpack that. And so thank you, Pastor Adam Cook, for bringing it yesterday and giving me a lot to chew on and a lot to be inspired by. If you're still watching, you're still with me, thank you so much for joining me live. If you are watching this later, I would love to read your thoughts about comparison. Do you struggle with it? If so, are there any steps you take to get past it? If you never struggle with comparison, I would really love to hear how you do that and why it's not an issue for you. All right? Well, hopefully your Monday is going well. I am off to Lowe's to buy paint for my house, the inside of my house. So I'm super excited. I may have to give you guys a little update tomorrow morning on how the painting is going. Aunt Christy, thank you for inspiring me. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. I'm doing my best to really inspire myself. So I'm glad that it inspires you too. I am sending all of you grace and peace and sunshine and a fabulous Monday. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, friends.